fingers glow, drop, trying to pick up 52. Hearts beating by the spade, I become disproved. Weak wings broken by taunting words. Bottle back liquid since speech slurred. Empty sorrow swollen vessel of a toxic man. Three simple words flicks the big sin. Burns of plans once color filled, life becomes shades of gray. Cut off from the world spinning in disarray. The Cuban of notion filled motionless life sends the downward spiral of the friendly knife into a sane thought of an insane act. Become another statistic sided fact. Schism inside because our only friend of light.
What a good way for an intro for a show.
Hello everybody, my name is Joshua James, and this is episode 26, and with me right now is my good friend making his return on oWofan19, Chris Southerns.
Hello everybody.
And you're probably wondering what happened to his arm. He broke his arm.
Yeah, I fractured my humerus of all things, falling off a teeter-totter. Been in a cast about 3 weeks now.
That really sucks. But what's sad about this, and kind of funny at the same time, is that he went to the hospital 2 days right after I got out, which is really funny and sad at the same time, to be honest. But how long you gotta wear the cast?
6 to 8 weeks, so I might get it off on the 15th of April. If not, it'll be like at the end of April, like April 30th or something like that.
Do you have fun having the cast on?
No. No, it's more of a pain than anything else. Lugging it around and not being able to clean my arm.
Yeah, it's not. I bet it's not fun at all. But I know how you feel about things like that. With being in the hospital, it's not that fun at all. But right now, Chris, I didn't tell you the things we were gonna do, but I want to ask you like some questions about about wrestling.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, who was the first ECW champion? No, not from Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Oh, okay. Shane Douglas.
Yes, but how did he first debut the Extreme Championship belt?
I believe it was winning the NWA title from Too Cold Scorpio.
Yep. If Chris Benoit never committed suicide or whatever, how the whole story, we still don't understand. Do you think Chris Benoit would have been the greatest ECW champion?
Of the new era, yeah. Definitely doesn't, I don't mean to diss Chris Benoit, but doesn't have anything on the old era. But in the new era, yeah, he would have been the best ECW champion, and then Bobby Lashley would be second, in my opinion.
But do you think if Benoit was still around, you think ECW would still been around too?
I think he would have helped ECW a lot. Maybe it wouldn't have failed as soon as it did, but I think it was still doomed to fail because of creative differences and, I don't think Vince McMahon cared or even knew how to run ECW.
I think that's why Paul Heyman left.
Yeah.
Well, there was rumors that he got fired, but there was a...
I think he left on his own accord, like a lot of the old schoolers did.
Yeah. Except for Tommy Dreamer, he's the only one he didn't leave.
Yeah, that's true. He stayed there till the end on both of them.
Which is actually really cool, but sad at the same time.
Tommy Dreamer was definitely one of the ones that really wanted it to work again, but he said right off the bat that he didn't think it was going to work. The one-night stands were good ideas.
Yeah, they were definitely...
He liked those, but that's because they all had all the freedom they wanted.
Right now they got a new wrestling company called Extreme Rising. It's the new version of ECW, which is, I think, a lot better.
And the title looks amazing.
Take a look at it. Go on YouTube and go on Extreme Rising. Cool stuff, awesome stuff. And he's right, the championship belt is really awesome. Has a dragon on it.
And Stevie Richards is the champion right now.
Congratulations, bro.
He's supposed to be doing a match against Raven on the 4th of April, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see him win because it'd kind of be like him showing that he can finally be singles without Raven.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I found out that Steven Richards was supposed to be TNA Television Champion, but he got tired and he quit. Because when AJ Styles gave him his finisher, he landed on his neck.
Ooh.
And I think this is true. I read about it. I don't know if it's true or not. But he got so really upset, he thought AJ Styles did that on purpose.
I could see Stevie Richards, I mean, by the time he's in TNA, he's already been wrestling, what, like 10 years or something?
Mm-hmm.
He'd already been wrestling, and he hadn't gotten really any big shots. You know, he'd always been tag team, and even when he's in the tag team, you don't really think of him as something big. I mean, he was the leader of BWO.
Which was awesome. I love the BWO.
Yeah, but I mean, there was still that everybody just looked at him as Raven's right-hand man, even when, you know, he's in the BWO.
But what I found out, that in the original days, Stevie was supposed to beat Terry Funk to become ECW champion. But that's when he broke his neck.
Oof. That's hard. I mean, maybe we would have seen the rivalry between Stevie and Raven back then.
Yeah, we could have probably seen a good rivalry between those two because, like what Stevie said, it's all about Raven. It's all about him.
Yeah. I think it is Stevie's time, and I hope Extreme Rising goes with Stevie as continuing to be the champion.
I agree. I completely agree. I mean, like, Stevie Richards, I've always known he was a great athlete. Even with the whole right to censor thing, you know, him dressing up in ties, saying that when women strip down, it's not right or anything like that. I still knew he was a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Well, except for one, he held one single title in the WWF days, and that was the hardcore belt. He held it 23 or 22 times.
The belt, I mean, I don't mean to sound like a bad guy or anything, because I love hardcore wrestling.
No, go ahead.
But WWF didn't know what they were doing with that title, and they ruined the prestige really quickly by having it change title, you know, changing the title when it's not on TV, and they just showed they didn't care about hardcore wrestling, and they were like, you know, whatever, let's give it to this guy. Oh no, an hour later, let's give it to this guy.
Or let's give it to that girl.
Yeah.
Because only three, I believe this is right, only 3 women have held the hardcore belt. First woman was one of Godfather's hoes. No, for real, that was her name, one of Godfather's hoes. And Terry Reynolds, Goldust's ex-wife, and Trish.
Trish Stratus definitely fits that. She's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, but here's the thing, she only held it not that long. Bubba Ray put her through a table and got the belt back.
But back on the Stevie Richards thing, this whole rivalry between him and Raven, if you think about it, it kind of reminds me of, is it Dreamer and Raven actually?
That was an excellent rivalry.
Yeah, 3 years, Tommy Dreamer didn't beat him and finally beat him on Raven's last night.
Which was actually really cool. It made a good storyline.
Yeah, and I like that, and I know WWE's kind of doing the same thing with the whole Punk and Cena, and then Cena finally winning, and that was a good night, you know.
It was a good...
It was a good match. I mean, there was a couple horrible, you know, like the pile driver was bad, and the Hurricane Rana was really, really bad by John Cena.
Yeah, Cena, don't ever do the Hurricane Rana anymore. Leave that to the cruiserweights.
Yeah, he's too big of a dude to be doing backflips and...
Well, actually, no, Samoa Joe, he's a heavyweight, and he could do it perfectly.
Well, Samoa Joe's a little bit more... He's probably practiced it a lot more. Cena looked like he just
did
all
it.
of a sudden was like, hey, I should do this.
See what
and
people
take a
think.
page out of Ray's book there.
And you could actually hear the crowd booing to that move.
Yeah, it was done pretty poorly, but other than that, that was a great match, and I hope that, you know, the Rock and Cena match ends up just as good as that Punk, or not even better than the Punk and Cena match.
Hey everybody, this is Joshua James. Hey, sorry about that. My camera died during that interview with me and my best friend Chris Southerns. By the way, Chris, it was awesome to have you back on the show, brother. Hope to have you back on the show more often, brother. wait, you are coming back on the show on April 7th. WrestleMania, that's the day that WrestleMania is on pay-per-view. And I'll be ordering the pay-per-view and it'll be on the show. Right now I'm watching some Portland Wrestling Uncut. And I'm a big fan of Portland Wrestling Uncut. It's really awesome wrestling. It's good to hear those words. Portland Wrestling, one of the best wrestling in the Pacific Northwest. Wonder what happened to his head.
I got another piece of business too. So you're coming out here and you're now some kind of talent scout and you're on some kind of payroll? You're on a payroll?
Oui, is there something wrong with diversifying my portfolio? Life coach, talent scout.
The problem is I'm not getting any money. I gotta take a second mortgage out on this building right here. How are you getting money?
Well, I assure you there will be a trickle down. I have a second mortgage on my chateau in France. Once I go through, you'll be rolling into Donnerinis. I assure you. Cross my heart, cross my heart.
Cross my hat, cross my hat. I love Monsieur Ulala. He's awesome.
The Blanchard brothers!
Bubba scares me.
Here's how the Blanchard brothers are gonna do what we do better than anybody alive today.
Bubba Blanchard scares me.
More damn heart and more damn passion than anybody else walking God's green earth. Can't argue with that. They know it. The fans know it. Corrigan knows it. The entire club knows it. Because of Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper stuck his neck out for every one of us. The grappler stuck his neck out for every one of us. I wipe my ass with your money. I don't give a damn about your pedos. I come to this business. I never once stepped in a ring for a damn dollar. Not once in my life. I did it for these people and I did it for my family.
That's one thing I like about wrestlers. Some wrestlers are in the business just for money. Some just has the passion for it. Like what Bret the Hitman Hart said. He's not greedy for money. He's greedy for respect. And that's one thing I really respect about him.
Than anybody else on the planet. And now let me show you what the Blanchard brothers do better than anybody else on the planet. We're gonna go in that ring and we're gonna whoop some booty. And when my brother speaks, you listen. The tag team champions got a match. Don, it's a ring full of emotion. Here we go.
Ethan HD and Mr. Right, Eric Wright.
Oh, the tag team of Eric Wright and Ethan HD taking on the Blanchard, Jeremy, and Bubba. Whoa, does that spell action? Whatever happened to our nice little wrestling show, Don? My goodness. Folks, you were getting a deep behind the camera. Look out!
Oh, there they go. Oh.
Situation, the ring getting attacked now by Ethan HD and Eric Wright taking it to the heavyweight champions of the Pacific Northwest.
Someday I will be going back to. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling. I really am. What I'm trying to say is I will be going to Portland Wrestling someday. Oh, speaking of, I want to give out a shout out to the new NWA Canadian Heavyweight Champion, my bro, my favorite wrestler in ECCW, Scotty Mac. Congratulations, brother. I am happy for you. The oWofan19 fans are happy for you. Congratulations, brother. Hope to see you in ECCW someday. Omar, David, you know what I'm talking about. Like I said, Bubba scares me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to end it this soon, and I know you're probably enjoying watching Portland Wrestling. But like I said, I'll put the playlist of Portland Wrestling episodes, and you can watch some of the episodes. And Scotty Mac, once again, brother, congratulations for becoming the new ECCW. No. NWA Canadian Heavyweight Champion. I'm trying to talk fast. I'm not that good at it. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this episode. Like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to oWofan19, and take care, everybody. See you next time.